Greetings! Welcome back to another video. This time around, we are going to be dealing with one of the OGs of levels in Bloons Tower Defense 6. I believe it was one of the original levels released with the actual game, and that is in the second part of the maps here in the beginner section, as we deal with the map called Town Center. So for this one, we're gonna be using Churchill. I just came up with this strategy on the fly. It's nothing extraordinary or anything like that, but it's a good time. The reason for this is this beautiful line that you can see right here, and Churchill is going to be shooting down there and hitting a lot of balloons in the process. And so Churchill is extremely strong, but for that reason he is very expensive. He costs as much as $2,000, which is crazy. Huge amount of money for a hero, but well worth it once you get him down. He is going to be doing a lot of damage, but naturally, a part of the challenge becomes to actually save up for him, which is going to take a little bit of time. And we are required to get the Sentry gun upgrade in order to be able to save up for him, I believe. And I think this upgrade is so strong that it can take care of actually pretty much every round, or most of the rounds, or I'll try to make it happen. I haven't actually tested this, I'm not sure, but I think so. And we should have enough for Churchill by like 14, 15-ish, something like that, if we just wait. If not, we just need to keep upgrading, I guess, with faster engineering, but as you can see, the balloons are not really getting anywhere, so I think that my thesis should be accurate in this case. But yeah, the strategy today is going to be a mix of the engineer and the wizard. That's what I was planning. Haven't used any of those towers yet, so that's what I'm going to be doing here. The Sentry champion, so that is the first path here, and then I believe the Archmage and the that was a bit scary. I'm gonna slow things down a little bit as we get to round 15, because the pink is very fast, and there is a small chance that I might die as a result if I don't actually... If I am a little unlucky, I could die here. Yeah, there you go. Barely got it, but I did get it. If you don't get it, just use the faster engineering. Then you will get it for sure. Alternatively, you could place down the wizard. But I'm so greedy that I just want to place down Churchill right now, but technically it doesn't really matter. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I think we could do... There we go, and here we have Churchill, so we're gonna put him on last, so he shoots down every single time. There you go. So yeah, we're gonna be using the Archmage and the... I'm literally forgetting about what every single upgrade is called. I just don't remember. The bottom path of the wizard is the one that summons the balloons, but I just can't remember what it's called. It's kind of annoying me. Yeah, Prince of Darkness, of course. Yeah. I just constantly forget the stuff that I don't use too often. Okay, that was very scary. Oh crap! But okay, that was almost death, and of course I forgot about camo detection. I'm just gonna reset and take the L here. I'm talking too much. I'm not paying attention. So of course for round 24, you need to make sure that you have the wizard. There's a reason we have Prince of Darkness, because that is the main camo popping power here. So I just forgot about the monkey sense completely. As I was talking, so don't forget about that. That is like the only thing that can kill you in the beginning. As I'm talking about all of these things. Yeah, so Churchill's weakness in the beginning is that he cannot pop black balloons as well as zebras. So that means that he needs to get this gun. So once he gets this gun, he's going to be significantly more powerful. He gets very, very powerful, actually. So that's something to keep in mind there. So here he's shooting the balloons, as you can see, and then he shoots the blacks as well. This gun is incredibly strong. It basically kills every single balloon, so it is like extremely strong balloon popping power. I think he can carry us for quite some time because of that gun. Just very, very strong. And here he's going to be getting camo, but we want to make sure that we have shimmer as well, so the engineer can pop camo too. And I realize that once again I'm just not paying attention here, and I'm pressing it too late. So don't make that mistake. Upgrade the shimmer, and then we can continue on here. Fireball and the wall of fire as well, and round 33 is not an issue. As I said, I'm just talking, like not paying attention. Also because my son's kind of crying in the background. So, but yeah, that's one of the reasons why the like the shimmer and this Prince of Darkness, just to have the camo completely covered, so we never have to worry about anything once we get the unpopped army, which is very good, very reliable. It's gonna take care of most balloons for us, which means that there is nothing to worry about in any way. So now we continue with the engineer a little bit. I think we can get it up to faster engineering as well as sprockets, and from there get the larger service area as well as deconstruction. So we're gonna get all of those upgrades there, and we're kind of cooking now. Now I think the next thing is gonna be Sentry Expert before we start saving up for the Prince of Darkness, which is not that expensive, but it is still fairly expensive in the sense that we need to be saving up for a bit. But that is where Churchill comes in. Churchill is just so strong that you don't really have to worry about any like Moabs or anything like that, and you can always use the ability too. So the ability is good, just to show you right there, demolished, so not an issue at all. And once you get to level 7, he's going to be doing even more damage, which we will be getting before level 50. Meaning that every Moab is going to be like a joke, pretty much. So we can just upgrade to Sentry Expert, and then save up for the Prince of Darkness before we move on over to the Sentry Champion afterwards. So that is the plan. I think it's a pretty stellar plan. I mean, this map is also easy. Naturally, what makes it easy is the fact that it's long, but it's not that long, but it is still long. Like, the only challenge it poses is this freaking windmill over here that blocks the line of sight. A little bit annoying, but nothing too crazy. And there are these buildings too, but they are nowhere near as much of an issue. So a little bit tougher than Monkey Meadow, I would say, just because of for that reason. But other than that, it's not a very difficult map, of course. Just one classic easy map here that you could do every strategy. I mean, the helicopter strategy is going to be very strong. The Spirit of the Forest is going to be great here. A lot of other things too, but I decided to go for some other towers. I mean, I try to do new things every map in the very beginning, but later on I would have to settle for some more generic and boring strategies, because that is what's objectively viable. This is not much of a strategy video per se or anything, because I know that this is not something that players generally struggle with beating. So I don't think I'll be getting like many views on these easy map videos for that reason. Just because they are easy and people don't look those up. So I'm not gonna get any views for that reason. They're not like checking videos for this map, I assume. And that makes sense. I don't do that either if I'm struggling, which I do struggle at times. I definitely have had. I tried to do it on my own first, and then I need to look up myself if there is some niche placements or something that are required, which will be a thing eventually, where round 6 is going to be very tough and stuff. It's completely different from what we're doing now, just waltzing through with no thoughts about what we're doing whatsoever. But that's going to be changing later on when we get to the more tougher maps. So this is just about having a good time. So we already have enough for the Prince of Darkness, we might as well go for it. And as well as an Alk, I think I would put... so how do I want to do this? I think I want the village to cover Churchill as well. Like here's probably good. So I get the jungle drums, and then I could get the elk over here. Get some faster throwing in here. And, there you go. Do we have a space for the wizard to be placed here? We don't have a space for that, so that was bad calculated, but we could place it here or here. So it doesn't really matter too much. Like here will be a good spot for the Archmage. Let's use the ability to see how it does, and of course everything is destroyed. The Prince of Darkness is not doing too much like right now. Like he only has 8,000 pops, so it's not doing too much. Churchill is doing most of our damage, actually. The engineer is 13,000, so as I said, Churchill is really strong. He's gonna carry us more or less for a while. So the level 10 ability is very strong too. So here's level 33. If you want to, you could use his ability. The ability does extra damage to ceramic Bloons, or I guess you pronounce it ceramic. Yeah. Ceramic Bloons, and the level 10 ability does extra damage to Moabs, pretty much. That's how it is. Yeah, so he's a bit of a slow to level up. Pretty slow, but that's just because of his prowess. He gets extremely powerful as you start to get into those later levels, and yeah, it's gonna be good to get him above level 10. That's when he gets extremely strong. And as you can see, just already here, level 9 is just killing it and being the main source of our damage, which is kind of crazy, but not surprising at all if you have used Churchill. And he's I really like Churchill. One of my favorite heroes. Definitely on top 3. But do I like Churchill more than Sada, though? That's the question. And, well, sometimes yes, sometimes no, I suppose. Sada has been nerfed. Very sad to report that. She's still decent, but not as strong as she was. I believe they nerfed her for late game. But I could be wrong on that. I need to get updated on, like, what's very good at the moment and stuff, because I haven't really been paying too much attention to nerfs and buffs as of late. But of course, once we get to the difficult maps, then I will be looking at that naturally to craft better strategies. Right, so as you can see, the ability is just very good. That wasn't very difficult. Alright, gonna keep this going. Round 73 right now. We're already like, yeah, we're making pretty strong progress here. Also, note that we have the Shimmer ability from the Prince of Darkness. So that means that we're not required to get the Grow Blocker and the camo detection from the village. Because the Shimmer basically removes camo properties from Bloons. So that is the reason, or that is the main reason we have this this upgrade. Just so you're wondering. Okay, we can soon get Sentry's champion, which is good. That's gonna be very strong too. It's actually really good. I'm surprised by how good the Sentry champion is. Definitely one of the better tier 5s, I think. Just really strong, actually. Yeah, that looks scary, but it's not scary because our Prince of Darkness is not doing anything. We have okay, we have some more pops on it now, but all of its like Bloons or its graveyard is over here. So we have a lot of pops here in the graveyard that we can use too, if needed. That's where most of the strength comes from, really. So just so you're wondering, because I know our setup looks a little bit suspicious, but everything is actually covered a lot more than you may think. So Churchill is still ahead, which is good. I'm not gonna upgrade it to Sentry champion just yet. I'm just gonna chill a little bit more. But of course you can make the upgrade if you want to. I'm just gonna see how we fare against round 80 out of curiosity. Just curious. Let's see. we got to deal with 79 first, but that's not an issue either. Use some abilities to speed things up. Churchill is level 11 right now, so Churchill is getting more powerful. Here you can see weapons get additional increased damage and shells can explode 6 times. That's pretty huge. Pretty huge, okay. I could go for the perma brew if I really want to. That is hilarious. But not gonna do that, at least not yet. So here's the So My God, COMG. So My God, I think that's Super John Bombo who pronounces it like that. And I used to watch his videos when I was a child, so or when I was a lot younger on Bloons. So I kind of got that pronunciation into my vocabulary because of him. But you're supposed to say COMG, of course. But So My God, it's a pretty good. It's a classic. It's certified a classic. But I don't really watch him too much any longer. I haven't watched him in ages, actually. But I watch some Bloons Tower Defense 6 though. I watch ISAB occasionally. I find that to be pretty entertaining actually, because the guy is kind of a tryharder, which makes it more interesting to watch, as you would expect. So that's always a good time. But yeah, just look here. Nothing is close to getting through, and this upgrade here is just very strong. So do we want the Archmage, or do we want to go for the Permabrew? Ooh, that's a tough question. I'll go for the Archmage because I haven't done it yet, but the Permabrew would be... I think that would definitely be good enough for this map too. I mean, I did that in the previous map. I went for the Sun God, and I believe it was the Grandmaster Ninja, as well as Permabrew. Let's now get the Archmage, and that should be more than enough to take care of this this map. Might as well get a Churchill upgrade. I'm too tempted. I'll get it because he does so much damage. It's crazy. Especially level 14. That's when he starts to really pop off. Like, he does damage, all right. It's just sad that he levels up so slowly. It's crazy how slow this is. Level 13 by round 89. That is just unbelievably bad. But just because he would be too OP. All right, here's DDTs. They are no issue whatsoever, of course, because of the shimmer, as I said. Let's use the ability a little bit more. You don't have to use the ability, by the way. I just do it for fun, because, again, I want to make it a little bit quicker. But it's far from necessary, in case you're trying to mimic what I'm doing. And you don't have to do that at all. This is not really one of those guides. It's more of a... it's more chill right now than serious, because there's so many things you could do. But as you can see, it completely demolishes everything. And now we get the Archmage on top of it, so just gonna be completely GG's, really. Round 94 is just a joke, a certified joke right now. Just excellent. And here we go, let's see, round 95. I could have used the discount village, I probably should have done that, but we don't need the money. You can use the money for Churchill though if you want. I'll do it. Increased attack speed, it's gonna be great, but just look here, I mean everything else is just destroying it. The engineer. Churchill still has the most amount of pops. That's crazy. I think the Archmage is gonna catch up to him though, eventually. But just look here, it really is not even a challenge. At this point, it's just make the upgrades and upgrade to some good towers, and then you win. That's kind of how it is in the earlier stages. Very relaxing, not much precision or anything. It's all about knowing about the correct upgrades and what's strong or not. I think I've said that before, but just look here, completely demolished, and there we go. 31k, and that is That is even after like all of the upgrades I've used on like Churchill's upgrades. All of the money I've used on Churchill's upgrades. So, and there we go. That is it. Perfect. So that is town center. I'm kind of tempted to just to see how like the free play and see how strong Churchill gets. I really like Churchill. such a fun hero to use. But that's kind of besides the point. And I think we may die soon actually with some PvPs. It's getting close already. That's what happens in replay mode, but anyway, that is not a part of the video. Yeah, I think this is it's not defeat yet, but anyway, that is more of a thing for off-screen, I guess. I guess I'm dead here, yeah. Yeah, so if you want to last longer, you need to have more stronger towers. I naturally didn't spend any money on any additional tier 5s, but that's going to be doing it for this video. I mean, I did die twice, but that's just because I completely ignored, talking too much, completely ignored all of the camo stuff, but do that and you're gonna be good. So, fairly simple as we move on over to the second. Yeah, so we're done with town center, and the next up's gonna be 1, 2, 3. So, a lot of the classics here as well. It's gonna be quite a few beginner maps before we move on over to the intermediate maps. So, a lot of beginner maps, as you can see. Like this is 24. Like, how many beginner maps do you have? Don't even know. Like, you have 6, 12, 18, 24, and that's it. Okay, so I thought there were more actually. That's surprising. I thought there were more, but that is a pleasant surprise, I guess. I think there's roughly the same thing with intermediate maps. 23 intermediate maps. We have 6, 12, 18, and 21 advanced maps, and that's it. 12 expert maps. Interesting, okay. That's gonna be great once we get there, but that's the end of Town Center. I don't know why I'm stalling the ending so much, but I had a good time in this. Let me know if you do watch these, if you prefer commentary or not. It's gonna be mixed, so I can more easily get these videos out. I can only record once per day, while I could film these any time per day if I don't record, so just putting that out there. If you do prefer commentary, let me know. I kind of doubt that's the case, but who knows. So that was Town Center, and hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.